We're back in Albuquerque after some time in Santa Fe, and look what we got. Brand new window. So now Chip looks pretty again, and we're very happy.
We are back at it again with another video for you guys. Today we're stopping at the Petrified Forest. Almost said petroglyphs because we've been in Albuquerque, New Mexico for so long, but we never even stopped at the Petroglyph Natural Monument. At any rate, today we have just crossed into Arizona.
Yeah, we're officially out of New Mexico and in our 14th state together.
Not really sure what we're getting into. We're just passing through. This is on our route and it appears to be beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're gonna check it out, show you guys what we think, and just show you guys what there is here.
Yeah. So we have stopped at the Route 66 pull-off. Petrified Forest National Park is actually the only national park to have a part of Route 66 going through it, which is super awesome. And you can kind of see behind us a little bit that where these old power line posts are what actually followed with Route 66. So even though the road isn't there, you can like see where it was. And there's this cool old car right by Chip.
Just got to the trailhead, not sure what it's called, but it's in the center of the park. Blue Mesa Trailhead. So apparently this is the most photogenic area, allegedly, and we're gonna check it out.
Little switchback.
So a really cool paved trail as you enter.
I believe the whole trail is paved actually,
Okay.
which makes it like super accessible.
Right. They kind of want you to stay on the trail, obviously, but
Yeah.
there's little spots like this that are tempting to run up, and but yeah, cool spot.
Bye, Lloyd.
I'll catch up.
So this loop is all in this open area. What do you think of it?
I think it's really cool. The girl said it's not as blue as usual, but like some parts are still super blue.
Okay, so now we are at something called the Egget Bridge. It's a bridge out of a dead log that is petrified. Is it really concrete? They made a concrete structure
Underneath
for it?
it.
How did they do that?
I don't know. Figured it out.
They figured it out. And I guess that they don't want you to crawl across the bridge. Alright, so we are out of that national park. We have found ourselves on some public land. We found a decent primitive road back here that's leading us to the Little Colorado River. There's still kind of a canyon style deal going on here with this river, but I believe we have a camp spot up ahead where we'll be able to park the van for the night. And it looks pretty scenic, so here's to it. So we came up the hill. We're looking at these clouds, and considering a lot of this area is this clay, dusty, kind of muddy type stuff, should it get wet, we decided to come up from the river area, which was also just littered with trash to a considerable extent. You could tell that that's a hot spot for where a lot of people like to just get rid of their litter, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. And with these clouds coming in, we just figured it would be smarter to elevate ourselves and get on some good hard ground, because we don't want to be fighting gravity with the losing end being the Little Colorado River. So we're up here in the flat, windy hilltop. It is gorgeous. This is just a trail. Then we pulled off the trail and we're blazing our own trails. So figured this is better too, because if anyone comes in off that road, we don't have to surprise them by already being at the spot, and they don't have to surprise us. We have full 360 views of what's going on in our surroundings, and that's home for the night.
So our plan was to head back to Petrified Forest National Park for a second day, and as we entered the park on the next day, we realized that we had a flat tire. So here I'm showing you where we thankfully found our jack and were able to switch out our spare, which we're going to show you how we did now. So here you can see the jack is under the van and our beautiful flat tire. Lloyd got the spare lowered from underneath the van and is rolling it over to get ready to be switched, and now he is just raising the jack and getting the tire off the ground so it's not fully being pushed against the ground, but also not fully raised off of the ground either. And then he is loosening the bolts in a star pattern and not loosening them all the way, but just slightly. So once the bolts were evenly loosened, he took them out and was able to get the now flat tire off, and he is raising the van completely so the spare can be fully put on without any pressure putting down on it, and then putting the bolts back in a star pattern again. And he put them on most of the way but not fully, and then lowered the van and is now working on fully tightening them. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. We ended up driving an hour on our spare tire to our closest Discount Tire, and they were able to thankfully patch our flat so we didn't have to wait for a new tire to be shipped, which is awesome. And we are now on our way down to Tucson because we want to get some warmer weather. So we are about an hour into our drive. I think we have 2 to 3 more hours left. And we stopped at this scenic pull-off because this drive is absolutely beautiful. So Lloyd is flying the drone right now, and then I'm going to show you on this camera so you can get 2 different views of our beautiful view right now. So, after leaving and starting to drive this morning at about 10 a.m., we are finally at our camp spot. We think we got here at 4, and then we just kind of hung out for a little bit, and now Lloyd is doing the DEF fluid. But what should have taken us 4 hours took us about 6 hours with stops. I'm in your way. So we've just had a long day of driving, traveling. The first spot that we had picked out was a no-go. Sorry, I just want to make sure that that's safe. We drove to the spot. It was really packed. It was a very mountainous dirt, potholy road. And for how bad the road was, we were very surprised by how many people were there and how many people were already camping off of the many dispersed sites off of the road. So we decided we'll just keep going up, and then we decided we had to turn around because there was a big kind of like dip in the road, like all the potholes, but there was like one big pothole that went across the entire road. So we couldn't go around it like we could the other ones. And it was probably at the deepest, like a foot deep. So we just weren't gonna do that, and Chip, we felt that we love him too much.
He has a high chance of rollover because it's so tall and there's weight up top.
Yeah.
So it's just the
not very much weight, but it's weight.
Oh, it's enough to swing it, especially when it starts going
Yeah.
And it's like the opportunity cost is just no.
Yeah. So we decided, thankfully we were in an area where we could turn around, and turned around and then found this spot, just another additional half hour out of the town that we weren't expecting to go to. But we're here now. We have a beautiful view. We are surrounded by cacti and mountains, and this is just a really beautiful spot. So we're thankful, even the whole box is taking out the whole screen.
Just want to make sure I get all the poison out of it before I have to put the leftover in the back of the van.
Yeah. So we're thankful that we finally made it here. We made it safe. We didn't have another flat tire, which is awesome.
Yeah, shout out Discount Tire.
Yeah, so everything is all well, and we're gonna have some massive chicken fajitas tonight to celebrate, because we've just had a very long day.
Arriba!
We're also right off this road right here, so everybody can see us, but it's the only option right now. We might look around for other spots tomorrow. There's like nearby spots, so maybe Lloyd will fly the drone or something and see it, what spots are taken, because it seems like a lot of people are here. So, oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but we're basically right outside of Tucson is where we drove to today. I can't remember if I said that or not. So it seems to be a poppin' place, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, big city.
Yeah. So, fajita time. Wow!
Jeez.
Still recording.
This one, I tell you. Alright, it is Saturday, so we've spent a full week in Arizona now. We just stopped at the local farmers market out here in Vail, and we're going to show you what we picked up.
Yeah. So first,
Unpasteurized raw Jersey cow milk. I've never had raw milk up until today when I drink this later. So
Yeah.
very excited for that.
from the same place, they also had raw butter. So we got, and then from a different shop, we got some Mexican strawberry empanadas. We're gonna try those. They look really yummy. And in that same place, we got some wheat tortillas because we eat tortillas all the time, and it'd be nice to have some authentic. There's only 5 ingredients, and 2 of them are salt and water. So I'm excited to try it.
Perfect. So we are headed to the northwest corner of Tucson, Arizona. We've been in the southeast corner
Yeah,
for the past week, so we're gonna go check that out and continue our time here.
So we had a very interesting first week in Arizona,
Yep.
and I'm sure the second week will be just as interesting.
Can't wait.